welcome to the video. It is Vlogmas day 1 and I figured I would just start out Vlogmas with kind of an update, my current situation, future plans, and everything like that. So I get questions all the time about all of the things that I'm going to talk about, so I figured I'll just make a video about it. And last Vlogmas, I think I started out with like my fitness journey story, so I figured maybe I'd just kind of do like a similar thing and just do like a sit down, kind of answer some of your questions. And yeah, so let's kind of jump in to, I guess, the first thing that I literally get asked all the time. And I want to do a disclaimer. I'm sure most of you watching this, if not all, know how macros work and that no set macro is going to work for everyone. Macros are specifically made for you and your body and your goals at that time. So no number will work for you just because it works for me or vice versa. Please do not take mine as what you should be doing for your body and your goals, because it is something that is very specific to each individual. So I never want to really share my numbers and have someone think that that's what they should be doing and so on and so forth. So that being said, I am working with my coach still throughout the off season. I really like having the accountability, the help kind of building and growing muscle. Like, that is the goal of this off season, is to just put on muscle, get my calories up, and just enjoy life. Honestly, I'm really enjoying the freedom of off season, I guess. I don't want to say like freedom like I'm doing whatever I want, because it's still dieting, but just like, you know, it's still the same thing as prep but more food, and like I can go out more, do things like that, estimate more, so it's just not as serious. So it feels good to be a little bit more laid back after being on prep for so long. So what you guys want to know, what are my macros right now? Right now they are 220 carb, 65 fat, and 140 protein. So I've actually been on those numbers for a while. And also my cardio is 4 sessions a week of 15 minutes. So my coach immediately bumped up my calories kind of right after my show. Like, we jumped pretty high right after my show. And I'm sure you guys noticed I've put on some weight. I'm actually like 20, sometimes 22 pounds above stage weight right now. My last show was August 18th. So I don't know how long ago that was. My body literally sucked everything I gave it right up. Like, it literally held on to everything, and I think it's just because I was in a deficit for so long. But I am completely regulated again. I'm feeling great, and I feel like we're off to a great start with off season, and I'm feeling stronger. I've definitely put on muscle, and I'm just enjoying life. So I'm really happy with where I'm at. I definitely want to get my food higher than it is now. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right now in terms of cardio and macros. I literally get asked all the time. I don't know why it matters exactly what my macros are, and that's why I don't like sharing them, is because I don't care what other people's macros are. I've never asked someone what their macros are. I don't care what they are. My macros are my macros. Their macros are their macros. It really doesn't matter. But I guess you guys are curious, but I just never want it to be taken the wrong way and used in the wrong way. So that's kind of why I don't like scream it from the rooftops, but those are my macros. And yeah, I've just kind of been riding those out for a while. I've been doing a lot of like traveling, and so it's just been really nice having a decent amount of macros so that I'm able to hit my macros while still going out. Sometimes I don't have time to prepare, and I can still make things work while I'm eating out, because my macros are pretty high. So I just really like having that freedom and the ability to kind of like make anything fit. And again, I really want to get my macros a lot higher than that, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. And then my split, I still don't have a set split, guys. Last time I talked about my split, I tried to give you a set split, and it just like, once I started saying it, I'm like, actually, like, I literally don't have something that I stick to every single week. All I know, for the most part, I am really focusing on growing my glutes. I'm like obsessed with growing my glutes this off season. I feel like my glutes are the biggest they've actually ever been, and I know obviously that's because I put on weight, but I also do feel like I'm really building underneath the fat that I put on as well. So I'm just hyped on that. I've found a new love for training legs and glutes in general. As you can see, I've trained with Nick a few times. He always trains legs for me because he kills me every time, and I just love to be pushed, especially with legs, just to make sure I'm really maxing out with everything I can on that workout. So yeah, I don't know, the main thing is to grow glutes and obviously shoulders as well. So I'm kind of doing like 2 leg days, mostly glute focused, shoulders, And then I guess back and buys, it either goes like back and buys or just back, and then like chest and arms or chest and tries, depending on if I did back and buys. See, I don't make any sense. But that's kind of like what I do, and I kind of just go with the flow of what feels right. All I know is legs twice a week, no matter what, shoulders, back, those are like the big things for me. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at in like workout land. I don't know, you guys kind of see what I do, so there's not too much to like go in depth on. And then I guess next we will talk about future plans. So I definitely have some growing to do, and I definitely want to take a decently long off season because it was in a deficit for like 30 weeks, I think it was. My prep stretched out to be 30 weeks long, so my body needed a long time to recover. So I don't plan on, I'm not sure what my plans are. I am definitely competing again. Don't ever think that I won't be, because it is something I am extremely passionate about. I just know I need time off from it for mental and physical reasons. I just think it's really important to give yourself that break mentally, and although you're still tracking and you're still working out and everything, it's just you need that break. So I think that's what gives me longevity in the sport, and I don't burn myself out and I don't totally screw up my body and mind and everything like that. So I'm trying my best to do it the right, the healthy, and the proper way, I guess. So I'm taking a decently long off season. I really want to compete in 2019. My coach and I haven't really discussed plans, but I do kind of want to step on stage late 2019, so maybe like August, September, October-ish area, and that will kind of be to gain points for the 2020 Olympia. So I know there's not really a chance of me getting on the Olympia stage 2019 because I would have already had to like start my prep and be like lining up shows to be able to rack up the points to get to the Olympia this year. So it is based off a point system, so it's kind of complicated, and unless you do extraordinarily well at a few shows, you have to kind of do a lot of shows to really rack up the points that you need to get there. And it's all kind of a confusing thing, but if you want to learn more about it, I would like watch a video or read up on it, because it's kind of a complicated process. Yeah, so the end of next year, I'll be able to take those points and save them up for the 2020 Olympia. So that's kind of my goal. So if I can take a longer off season right now, take like 7, 8, 9 months, probably around 8 or 9, maybe even more, and then start prep and just do like 3 or 4 shows really quick, kind of back to back, keep my season as like compact as possible, hop off prep, and then, you know, like get my body back and have kind of a shorter off season, and then get started early 2020 to continue on. Hopefully we'll be on the Olympia stage 2020. That's kind of the goal. But yeah, so that's kind of just where I'm at in my life. Those are my current like goals, but honestly right now I am seriously enjoying off season. It's really nice to have a more relaxing approach to fitness and everything like that, and it like kind of live the lifestyle of fitness, not the crazy competitor fitness. I did that for a very long time in 2018, so it's just kind of a relief and a nice relaxing break to just like get to enjoy lifting and training and eating and all that. So I don't know, you guys have been along for the ride. You kind of know how things have been. It's gonna be this way for quite a bit longer because, like I said, I'm not hopping on prep anytime soon, but I will be back on stage. A few people have asked, like, are you not competing anymore? Like, no. I'm definitely competing. I love the sport, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. But yeah, I mean, everyone needs their breaks, and you should be taking breaks if you're a competitor and want longevity in the sport. Breaks are extremely necessary, so I'm just kind of trying to ride it out, see, and listen to my body. If, you know, the time comes and it's 8, 9 months and I feel like, you know what, I kind of am not ready to prep yet, I'm not going to. So I have nothing set in stone right now, but I'm kind of envisioning end of 2019, kind of just get a few shows in, because I don't think I can go a year without competing. I'm already like itching to get back on stage. I just love it so much. So nothing set in stone, but that's kind of where I've been at. And I wanted to share my macros cardio split, even though I literally am such a dummy and I just don't have one. with you guys because it's very common questions. That way, hopefully you guys can kind of see this video, gauge it. If you have the question, hopefully come back to this and figure out where I was at this point. But yeah, honestly, I feel like that's kind of it for the video. I really don't have too much more to update you guys on. I just wanted to kind of give a off-season life update. Oh, I also did kind of want to add one more thing in, and it's, I guess, kind of just the transition to off-season. I feel like I definitely struggled a lot because it was hard to see my body put on the weight when I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. So I thought to myself, you know, if I'm sticking to the plan and I'm hitting my macros, like, why is my body literally putting on like a pound or two a week? Like, it was coming on really rapidly and I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. So I was just getting super frustrated with it. But that's what happens when your body is just like over it. My body was so done and it was like, I'm just gonna take everything that you give me and like hold on to it. So that was really hard mentally because I was like, if I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, like, why am I not staying lean? And you know that like reverse diet dream where like you literally are like 2 months post show and you look like better than you did like 2 weeks out. I don't think my body can do that. I don't know. My body just did not want to play that game. It wanted to literally be like, all right, any food you give me is staying on, and it is what it is. That's what my body wanted, and feel like super regular and just like back to normal. I feel like everything's balanced. I feel like a normal person. And I don't know, it's just, it is a really hard transition, but guys, it's like part of life, and you have to remember that like your normal body is not your prep body, and it sucks because I know people get used to it. Like, I was on prep for 30 weeks. Like, I literally, that became my new normal. That was more than half the year I was on prep or like leaner. That was really hard for me to remember, like, this is my normal body. I mean, I'm actually like the heaviest I've ever been, but this is what normal looks like. Stage lean or just even like 6 weeks out lean, that just is not where my body wants to be. It was especially hard for me because I think just being, I don't even want to say in the public eye, but like having a platform, I never wanted people to look at me and be like, oh, she fell off. Like, what happened to her? She blew up. It's like, that's like my worst nightmare. And for me to be sticking to my plan so well and having basically what I thought was the most prime reverse ever, I've never like came out of a show that well and like seamlessly transitioned into off season and continued tracking perfectly. And like, so for me to like be putting on weight so quick, and I was just like, shit, I don't want people to think that like I just said, fuck it, it's off season, like I'm eating whatever. But yeah, I mean, you can't care about what other people think. Like, this is normal, and if people want to not like me or not follow me or not think I'm inspirational because I'm not as lean as I once was, that's out of my control. And I don't know, I just feel like it's, of course it's hard and there's no preparing for it and you're never gonna feel 100% about it. I tried to prepare myself as much as possible mentally about the weight gain, and it just, I was like not ready for it still. So I don't know, it's just something that we all need to go through. Like, we need to go through, because if you're staying lean all year round, like, that is not healthy, and it's something that should not be happening. But yeah, I don't know, I don't have too much advice because everyone's gonna struggle with it in their own ways, but just know that like this is normal. This is the cycle that you have to go through if you want to make progress or get better in the sport. Like, you can't be in a deficit and make significant progress in muscle building, and I need to build some muscle for the pro stage, because to be up against the best of the best, like, I looked so small and I need to put on so much size. So like, this is what I have to do. Of course it's hard, of course it's a mind fuck, but it is what it is, and I want to be better. I want to be the best I can be, and to do that I need to get bigger and put on muscle, and I'm gonna put on some fat in the process, and that just is, it is what it is. You are a lot more important than your body. So I don't know, this video kind of just turned into like off-season update, off-season advice, I don't know, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it. This was Vlogmas Day 1, and yeah, we are doing 25 videos in a row, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss anything, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you found this video helpful in any way, shape, or form. If you have any questions, obviously comment below. I try my best to respond to every comment. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 2. Bye guys.